I've sold waterproof materials for 15 years. Never imagined I'd be trapped and drowned by water one day. July 15th, afternoon. I'm taking inventory in the warehouse. My phone suddenly pops up a strange weather alert. Not your typical orange rainstorm warning, but a deep purple alert I've never seen before. Predicted rainfall, 800 to 1,000 millimeters in 72 hours. Is it gonna rain a whole damn ocean? The warehouse is sweltering like a steamer. Even shirtless, I'm dripping with sweat. July afternoon. The tin roof is scorching hot. Even the electric fan blows hot air. Alex, give me 20 more rolls of waterproof membrane. Tom, my regular customer and foreman, pushes through the door. His face looks off. I look at him, surprised. Didn't you just haul away 10 rolls this morning? Not enough. Nowhere near enough. Did you see the forecast? That's when I noticed the deep purple alert still flashing on my phone. I tap for details. Dense meteorological jargon makes my scalp tingle. Super intense precipitation cloud cluster. Abnormal water vapor flux. Severe convective weather expected to last over 72 hours. What does that even mean? Tom swallows hard. Means it's gonna rain hard. Really hard. I've worked construction for 20 years. Never seen a warning like this. He starts panic buying like crazy. Waterproof membranes, leak-stopping paste, cement, waterproof coatings, anything he can carry. He loads onto his truck. Other customers see him and start panic buying too. In less than an hour, I've sold 1/3 of my waterproof materials inventory. Alex, got sandbags? Another foreman asks. Who stocks sandbags? I shake my head. Better restock fast. This rain's no joke. Skeptical, I call my supplier. They say sandbags sold out long ago. 4 p.m. The sky suddenly darkens. Middle of summer, yet it looks like 5 or 6 p.m. in winter. Wind picks up, clanging the warehouse's iron door. I lock up the warehouse and head home. Passing the market, I'm startled. Usually the market's closing by now, but today it's packed with people. Middle-aged women with carts frantically grab rice, flour, grain, oil, instant noodles, bottled water, anything they can get. 5 pounds of pork for 100 yuan. Take it or leave it. The butcher shouts. Wasn't it 40 yesterday? Yesterday was yesterday. Don't you see the big rains coming? After today, money won't buy you anything. My heart sinks. Market vendors who've been around for years have sharper instincts than anyone for abnormal situations. If even they're hoarding supplies, I quickly push my way in. Grab 2 boxes of instant noodles, 1 bag of rice, a few cases of bottled water. At checkout, the cashier says, "We've got compressed biscuits. Want some?" Yes, give me all you've got. Back at my place, I live in an old district relocation apartment. 6th floor, no elevator. Climbing stairs is exhausting as hell normally. Today, hauling dozens of pounds of supplies. Halfway up, I'm gasping for air. George on the 5th floor opens his door and sees me. Alex, why'd you buy so much? Just precaution. Heard there's a big rain coming. George waves it off. How bad can it rain in an inland city like ours? 2 years ago, they said once in a century flood. Only a few streets got flooded. I don't argue. Just keep climbing. The moment I step inside, the first raindrop falls. Not an ordinary raindrop. It smacks the windowsill like someone hurled a glass marble. Then dense raindrops come pouring down, hammering the security bars with a rat-tat-tat like machine gun fire. I lean out the window and look down. Pedestrians on the street cover their heads and run. Raindrops smash the ground, splashing water half a meter high. A delivery guy's scooter gets pummeled by rain, wobbling all over. This rain. Something's wrong. My phone buzzes again. This time it's the apartment complex group chat. Dear neighbors, this is the property manager. Notification received. Please prepare for flood prevention. Check that doors and windows are shut tight. Lower floor residents, watch out for flooding. We paid property fees. Why don't you clean the drains? They clogged just last year. Stop arguing. Get to the supermarket and buy food now. Too late and it'll be gone. I turn off my phone. Start checking my supplies. As a building materials dealer, I've got no shortage of waterproofing supplies at home. Waterproof tape, glass sealant, weather stripping, I've got it all. Outside, the rain intensifies. The sound shifts from crackling to roaring. The whole world turns into a white curtain of rain. Can't even see the building across the street. I turn on the TV. Every channel is broadcasting weather warnings. The anchor's face is grave. Due to abnormal climate conditions, our city will face historically rare sustained heavy rainfall. Citizens, please prepare. Avoid going out unless necessary. My building materials industry group chat explodes. Waterproof materials completely sold out. Someone just offered 5 times the price for sandbags. I've got some plastic sheeting, 50 per square meter. First come, first served. Reading these messages, I grow more and more uneasy. 15 years in this business. I've seen it all. But this time, I smell something different. Outside, the rain intensifies. The drain downstairs starts bubbling, gurgling like some monster stirring underground. I pull out my phone and text a few close friends. Bro, this rain's bad. Stock up on food now. Most reply, you're overthinking. Only one friend who works in water management replies with 3 words, stock food fast? I hesitate no more. Throw on a raincoat and rush downstairs. The convenience store at the complex entrance has been stripped clean. The owner's closing up. It's gone. Everything's gone. Money's useless now. I run through 3 streets and finally find a small supermarket still open. Inside, it's chaos. People ram shopping carts everywhere. Shelves stripped bare. I snagged the last 2 boxes of instant noodles, a few packs of pickled vegetables, a dozen sausages. At checkout, the owner quotes 800. Stuff that's usually under 100. You want 800? Take it or leave it. There's people waiting behind you. I grit my teeth and pay. On the way back, floodwater rises past my ankles. A normally 10-minute walk takes me half an hour wading through water. Roadside drains are all overflowing. Garbage and filth wash everywhere. A sedan's trapped in the water. The owner stands on the roof shouting for help. A few passersby try to help push, but the current's too strong. They can't get any leverage. As As I pass, I hear the owner's desperate shout. Someone give me a ride. I'll pay 1,000 yuan. No one responds. In this weather, everyone's barely surviving. Finally, back at the complex. The first floor lobby is flooded. A few lower floor residents are moving things out. The elevator stopped long ago. Water came in this fast? I asked the security guard. The old guard's face is pale. Drains are all clogged. Water's backing up. I've been guarding this place for 10 years. Never seen anything like this. I haul my stuff upstairs. Every floor has different sounds. Second floor is nailing boards over doors. Third floor is moving furniture. Fourth floor is arguing. At a time like this, you still care about that money. That's jewelry my mother left me. You're about to die. What good is jewelry? Back on the 6th floor. I quickly seal all door and window gaps with waterproof tape. Pile a few bags of cement by the door. Even though I'm on the 6th floor, with this rain, who knows how high the water will rise. 8 p.m., power goes out. The entire city plunges into darkness. Only the roar of rain remains. I turn on my phone's flashlight. Start taking inventory. Food will last a week. 4 cases of water, candles, lighter, flashlight, all here. As a bachelor, this is enough. Phone signal comes and goes. Last message I receive is an emergency notice from the city. Citizens, stay in safe locations. Do not go out. Await further notice. I lean against the window, staring at the darkness outside. Rain keeps falling, heavier and heavier. Raindrops pound the glass like countless hands knocking. Car alarms blare from below, one after another, like the dying wails of this city. 2 a.m., a huge crash jolts me awake. I lean out the window and look down. In the lightning's flash, I see part of the complex's perimeter wall has collapsed. Floodwater roars in like a beast unleashed. Several cars parked in low spots get swept away, spinning in the current, finally crashing into the stairwell. My heart sinks to rock bottom. For 15 years, I've sold countless waterproof materials, seen countless customers troubled by leaks. I always told them confidently, there's no water we can't keep out. Now I realize, against real floods, human defenses are laughable. Rain keeps falling. This rain has only just begun. The crash at dawn is just the start. I can't sleep anymore. Might as well sit by the window, watching the water level below. Phone still has battery, but signal's completely gone. Last social media post was at 11 p.m. last night. Some reseller advertising clearance on French perfume. Fucking ironic. At dawn, the rain lightens a bit. That's when I see the devastation below. The entire complex has turned into a flooded wasteland. Car roofs visible last night are gone. Only antennas spin on the surface now. The complex's greenery, exercise equipment, pavilions, all vanished beneath murky yellow water. Water has risen to the second floor windows. I'm on the 6th floor. Should be safe in theory. But seeing that surging water, I have zero confidence. What's worse, I realize the water isn't clear. It's murky and dark, floating with garbage, branches, and things I don't want to think about. Suddenly, urgent knocking startles me. Who is it? It's me, George. Alex, you got food? I hesitate, then open the door. George stands at the door, face pale, eyes bloodshot. I didn't take it seriously yesterday. Didn't prepare anything at home. He rubs his hands. Can you? I hand him a pack of instant noodles and 2 bottles of water. Ration it! George leaves profusely thanking me. I know this is just the beginning, once others catch on. My supplies won't be enough to share. Sure enough, less than half an hour later, the hallway gets lively. Second floor residents move upstairs with their families. Their apartments have flooded. Men haul TVs. Women carry bedding. A young woman clutches a cat. Where to move? Can we live in the hallway? Better than drowning. It's all the property management's fault. Drains clog every year, never get fixed. The noise grows louder. I just shut my door. Out of sight, out of mind. But trouble finds me anyway. Linda from the 3rd floor knocks. Alex, you live alone. Lots of space. Can we shelter at your place? Just me and my husband. Won't cause trouble. I know Linda. She usually sells breakfast at the complex entrance. She's a nice person, but right now... Linda, I'm really sorry. My place is small. Linda's face changes. I've been good to you. Always give you extra with the breakfast wraps, never charge you. Forget it. I'll ask someone else. I close the door, feeling uneasy. But I know clearly, if I'm soft-hearted now, it'll only get worse later. Midday. The rain intensifies again. I lean out the window to observe. Water level keeps rising, almost reaching the 3rd floor. Someone in the building across waves bed sheets from a window, like calling for help. But at this distance, nobody can help anyone. What's more terrifying, the water changes color. From murky yellow to grayish black, with an oily sheen floating on top. I see dead fish floating by, bellies up, and bloated garbage bags. No telling what's inside. The air reeks of rot. Even with windows closed, it seeps through. Another commotion in the hallway. 4th floor is charging shelter fees. 500 yuan per day. Why doesn't he just rob people? They've got space. Do you? Isn't this price gouging? I say we organize and build a shelter on the roof. Build a shelter? With wind and rain this strong? Will it hold? Arguments erupt one after another. I peek through the peephole. The hallway is packed with people. Bedrolls piled everywhere. Someone starts a fire to cook. Choking smoke seeps through the door cracks. Suddenly a scream pierces the air. Someone jumped into the water. I rush to the window, see a figure floating on the water, rapidly swept away by the current. Someone from the building across, probably desperate, trying to swim somewhere to survive. But this current, in less than a minute, the figure disappears. The hallway goes quiet for a few seconds, then erupts in greater panic. It won't happen. Someone will come save us. Rescue? Look outside, the whole city's like this. Who's coming? Panic spreads like plague. Some people start crying. Some start praying. Others start banging on doors. I know you've got food. We're all neighbors. You gonna leave us to die? Break it down. There's definitely supplies inside. I quickly barricade the door with furniture. My palms are sweating. The pounding outside grows louder. I can even hear wood splintering. At the critical moment, Marcus from the 6th floor speaks up. Everyone stop. Anyone keeps this up, I'll throw them down there. Marcus is a veteran. Usually quiet, but highly respected in the complex. The moment he speaks, outside gradually quiets down. This isn't the time for infighting. Marcus's voice is steady. Go back to your own places or stay put in the hallway. Anyone tries to rob, I'll be the first to stop them. The crowd disperses. But I know this is temporary. When people are truly starving, no authority matters. Evening, I gnaw on compressed biscuits. Wash them down with bottled water. These things taste awful, but they're lifesavers now. Outside, rain keeps falling. Water has completely submerged the 3rd floor. The whole building becomes an island. Apart from rain and rushing water, no city sounds remain. No cars, no voices, no music, not even birds. This city of 8 million seems to have died overnight. I light a cigarette. Last pack. Through the smoke, I think of many things. Think of my ex-wife. Wonder how she's doing. When we divorced, she moved down south. Should be okay there. Think of my parents back home. They're in the countryside. Higher ground. Should be safe. Think of the goods in my warehouse. Those waterproof materials are probably soaking in water now. The ultimate irony. Someone knocks again, this time softly. Alex, it's me. Marcus. I open the door. Marcus's face is grave. Need to discuss something with you. Go ahead, Marcus. Only 4 households on the 6th floor. We should unite. He lowers his voice. Those people downstairs are about to break. When people are starving, they'll do anything. I nod. You're right. David and I both have food stored. Can last a week or so, no problem. It's Ryan, though. Young guy, no experience. Probably didn't prepare anything. Marcus looks at me. How are you doing? I think for a moment. All right, if I ration, I can make it. Good. Marcus pats my shoulder. Remember, don't show what you have. In times like this, having food is a crime. After Marcus leaves, my heart feels heavier. Outside, night falls. The city without lights is pitch black. Only the water occasionally reflects eerie light. Rain keeps falling. I lie in bed, listening to rain, listening to rushing water, listening to the cries and curses echoing through the hallway. Day 1 is this unbearable. What about the days ahead? If this rain keeps up for days, water level keeps rising. Even the 6th floor won't be safe. When that happens, do we go to the roof and wait to die, or... I don't dare think further. Early morning hours. Fighting sounds from downstairs. That's my water. Bullshit, it's mine. Stop fighting, you're spilling it all. Then women's screams, things smashing, children crying. The veneer of civilization is fragile as paper in the face of survival. I roll over, cover my ears with a pillow. But what can't be covered is the deepening fear in my heart. Water rises, rain falls, and we're all trapped on this island about to sink. Day 3, morning. I'm woken by noise in the hallway. I crack the door open and look out. The hallway is packed. 3rd floor residents have all moved up. Bedrolls, pots, pans piled everywhere. The air reeks of sweat, smoke, and indescribable decay. Water's reached the 4th floor. This news hits like a bomb. Instantly detonates the crowd's panic. 4th floor's flooded. What do we do? Run to the roof. Can people live on the roof? This rain just keeps falling. I close the door. My heart sinks. At this rate, water rises 1 floor per day. Day 6, it'll reach my floor. Need to figure something out. I start rummaging through my place, looking for anything useful. Waterproof tarp, plastic buckets, rope, tape, some tools too. Being in the building materials business, I've accumulated scraps over the years. Now they're treasures, as I'm busy knocking sounds. Alex, open up. Need to talk. It's Marcus. I open the door. Behind Marcus are David and Ryan. Ryan's a programmer, rarely seen around. Now his face is sallow, clearly hungry. Come in. 4 of us sit in the living room. The atmosphere is heavy. Marcus speaks first. You've all seen the situation. We must find a way to save ourselves. What can we do? Water's rising so fast, and who knows when rescue will come. That's why we need to save ourselves. Marcus looks at us. I have a proposal. We cooperate. How? First, share resources. Everyone knows how much each household has stored. Sharing doesn't mean confiscation. It means unified distribution, ensuring everyone survives. Ryan's face changes. I don't have much stored. I know. Marcus looks at him. That's why we need cooperation. You're young, strong, you can handle more labor. Second, Marcus continues, we need to prepare an escape route. If water really reaches the 6th floor, we need somewhere to go. The roof? David asks. Not just the roof. Marcus looks at me. Alex is in building materials. He'll have ideas. Everyone looks at me. I think for a moment. I do have an idea. I've got waterproof tarps and some materials at home. We can build a temporary shelter on the roof, but that's not enough. We need lumber, rope, ideally buoyancy materials, foam boxes, plastic bottles, tires, anything that floats. I explain. Just in case the roof doesn't hold, at least we can make a raft. Everyone falls silent. Making a raft means drifting in floodwater. That's practically suicide. Let's not think that far ahead. Marcus breaks the silence. The urgent priority is collecting materials, reinforcing defenses. David, check the hallway. Collect anything useful. Ryan, you and Alex knock on doors. See who's willing to cooperate. Will those people agree? Ryan doubts. Willing or not, they have to. Marcus's gaze is sharp. Want to survive? Then unite. Ryan and I leave. The hallway scene is worse than this morning. Someone's cooking over a fire in the corner. Thick smoke stings eyes, others fighting over territory, brawling over a spot to lie down. Excuse me, sir. I knock on 601. A few of us sixth-floor neighbors are discussing. Before I finish, the door slams shut. After several rejections, Ryan gets discouraged. It's useless. Everyone for themselves in disaster. Try again. We come to 603. A young couple lives here. The husband's a fitness trainer, the wife's a nurse. We want to organize self-rescue. Understand? The man looks at us warily. What self-rescue? I explain the plan. The couple exchanges glances. The woman says, we can join, but we have a condition. What condition? Resource sharing is fine, but distribution must be fair. Also, I'm a nurse. If anyone gets sick or injured, I can help, but we all need to find medical supplies together. No problem. Just like that, our self-rescue group has 6 people. Afternoon, we start taking action. David collects useful things in the hallway. Several foam boxes, a bundle of nylon rope, some wooden planks. Some are discarded, some borrowed. A family on the 4th floor fled. Doors open. David lowers his voice. Found 2 boxes of instant noodles and some tools. I don't ask what fled means. In times like this, morality is a luxury. Marcus handles planning the rooftop shelter construction. He was a combat engineer. Has experience in this. There's a water tank room on the roof. Can be converted into a shelter. Surround it with waterproof tarps. Build a sloped roof on top. Rainwater can run off. Can we collect rainwater? Yes, I chime in. I've got plastic pipes and storage buckets. Can make a simple rainwater collection system. That's great. What we need most now is clean water. People in the hallway are already getting diarrhea. Jake, the fitness trainer, is strong. He handles hauling materials. Don't let his gym prowess fool you. Real work still leaves him gasping. This is way harder than lifting weights. He wipes sweat and complains. By evening, we've built a basic framework on the roof. Crude, but at least it blocks wind and rain. Continue tomorrow, Marcus says. Everyone go rest tonight. Someone stay on night watch in the hallway. Night watch, Ryan doesn't understand. Prevent theft or worse situations. At night, the rain lightens slightly. I lean at the window observing outside. Water level has completely submerged the 4th floor, approaching the 5th. Various debris floats on the surface. Plastic bags, furniture fragments, and things I don't want to look at closely. The building across is in worse shape. Several windows wide open, pitch black inside. Don't know if residents fled or... Suddenly I see something chilling. In a 5th floor window across, a figure is moving. Seems to be looking out, but movements are stiff. Doesn't seem alive. I take out my flashlight and shine it over. The figure immediately retreats. A survivor? Or did I see wrong? As I'm thinking, intense arguing suddenly erupts in the hallway. This is my spot. Bullshit, I was here first. Stop arguing, keep it up and I'll throw you all down there. Arguments escalate to fighting. Sounds of fists landing. Things smashing. Women's screams blend together. I'm hesitating whether to go look when Marcus's voice rings out. Everyone stop. The fighting stops, but cursing continues. Everyone back off. We'll redistribute the space. Marcus's voice carries authority. Anyone disagree? Go downstairs now. 4th floor is still empty. Nobody dares go to the 4th floor. It's flooded. The hallway gradually quiets, but everyone knows this peace won't last. Early morning, a strange sound wakes me, gurgling like water boiling. I get up and listen. The sound comes from the bathroom. I push the door open. The toilet is overflowing. Not clear water, but dark brown sewage, reeking. The sewage system is completely blocked. Now it's backing up. I quickly stuff towels in the toilet, seal it with tape, but sewage still gushes from the floor drain and sink drain. The entire bathroom is quickly flooded with sewage. The stench is overwhelming. I can only close the bathroom door, seal all the cracks with tape. But this is just a temporary fix. Sewage will overflow eventually. What's worse, without a bathroom, how do we handle bodily needs? After dawn, I discover it's not just my place. The entire building's sewage system has collapsed. The hallway reeks. People start using plastic bags to solve the problem, then throw them out windows. Civilization? Dignity? In the face of survival, these words are laughably hollow. We can't wait anymore. Marcus calls a meeting. We must speed up. Get the rooftop shelter finished. But we don't have enough materials. David frowns. Then go find them. Marcus looks out the window. Water level's still rising, but the rate has slowed. While we can still move, collect what we can. Where? Marcus points at the building across. There. Everyone falls silent. Going to the building across means crossing over 20 meters of floodwater. In this rapid current, it's practically suicide. I'll go. Jake stands up. I'm a good swimmer. I'll go too, I say. Not that I'm brave. I know there's a building materials store in that building. If we're lucky, we can find useful things. Too dangerous, Emily says worriedly. Not going is more dangerous, Marcus says. Alex, you got rope. Yes, nylon rope. Very strong. Then it's settled. Tomorrow morning. Move when the rain lightens. That night I toss and turn. Tomorrow's mission is nearly impossible. But not going, waiting to die is more terrifying. Outside, rain keeps falling. This city is slowly dying, and we're still struggling to survive. Day 4, dawn. Rain finally lightens. Jake and I stand at a 5th floor window looking at the murky floodwater below. The current is fierce, roaring past with various debris. A refrigerator spins in the water, crashes into the stairwell with a bang, instantly torn to pieces. Still going? Jake swallows hard. Go! I tie the rope around my waist 3 times. You hold this end. I'll go first and scout. Actually, my legs are shaking, but the die is cast. Marcus pats my shoulder. If it's not working, come back. Life matters more than anything. I know. I take a deep breath and climb out the window. The floodwater is bone-chillingly cold, instantly soaks through my clothes. I grit my teeth and swim hard toward the opposite side. The current is fiercer than imagined. Only 2 meters out, a wave hits, pushes me straight underwater. Murky sewage floods my nose and mouth. The taste nearly makes me vomit on the spot. Hold on, Jake shouts from behind. I grip the rope tightly, swimming forward with brute force. 20 meters. Easy in a pool normally. Now it's like crossing the Yangtze River. A wooden plank whizzes past my head. If it had hit solid, I'd be knocked out cold. Finally, I grab the security bars on the opposite building. Made it! I shout back. Jake waves excitedly. Then I secure the rope to the window frame. With the rope as a guide, it'll be easier now. I climb into the 5th floor. Inside is chaos. Furniture toppled everywhere. Mud all over the floor. The apartment is empty. Residents fled at some point, or couldn't flee anymore. I don't dare think further. Head straight downstairs. The 4th floor building materials store is submerged. Rolling door wide open. I dive down and search. Find several bundles of wire, a box of expansion bolts, some waterproof materials. Biggest find is a bundle of foam boards, perfect for flotation. I bundle everything together, drag it back to the 5th floor with difficulty. Jake's getting anxious. Seeing me return safely, he breathes a sigh of relief. Come back quick. There's a situation. I swim back along the rope, just climbing through the window. I hear commotion upstairs. Robbery. Someone on the 6th floor is hiding supplies. Break the door down. Break it. Jake and I exchange glances. Drop everything and run upstairs. The 6th floor is complete chaos. Over 10 people surround door 603. Some are kicking the door, others prying the lock with sticks. Don't come in. Jake's wife Emily cries inside. Please, I'm begging you, open up or we'll smash it. Yeah, why do you have food while we starve? Marcus and David try to stop them, but they're outnumbered. Everyone stop. I rush forward. None of your business. Get lost. A man with a scarred face turns around. That's my friend's place. Friend? The scarred man sneers. Friends now? A friend shares food with everyone, the crowd responds. Yeah, food should be shared. Why do they get to hoard it? Open it. We're all neighbors. You gonna leave us to die? Ironic. I heard this same line 2 days ago. Someone said it to me then. Jake pushes through the crowd, guards the door. Anyone touches my wife, I'll fight them. The scarred man pulls out a fruit knife. Fight? Come on then. Tension reaches breaking point instantly. At that moment, a voice rings out. What's going on here? The crowd parts. Victor from the 4th floor comes up. I know this guy. Runs a scrap collection station. Usually seems friendly, but he's actually ruthless. Victor, they're hiding supplies. Won't share with everyone. The scarred man immediately complains. Victor looks at us, then at the door. How about this? We're all neighbors. Let's be reasonable. Take out half, keep the rest. Why should we? Jake's furious. Because of this. 4 or 5 thugs step out from behind Victor, all holding weapons. Looks like he came prepared. Marcus steps forward. Boss Victor, show some mercy. Marcus, I respect you as a man. Victor smiles without warmth. But what's the situation now? You know better than me. Either share half or he doesn't finish, but the threat is clear. Emily cries inside. Give it to them, Jake. Give it to them. Jake grits his teeth. His fists clench with a crack. Open the door. I pat his shoulder. Live to fight another day. The door opens. Victor's men rush in. Turn the cabinets upside down. Find 2 boxes of instant noodles, 1 bag of rice, a few bottles of water. Just this much. The scarred man is unsatisfied. That's really all, Emily says, crying. They search again. Indeed, find nothing more. Take half. Victor waves his hand. His men immediately take 1 box of noodles and half a bag of rice. As he leaves, he gives me a meaningful look. Alex, right? Heard you've got quite a stash. My heart sinks. Big trouble. After Victor leaves, the crowd disperses. But everyone knows this is just the beginning. I'm sorry, Emily sobs. I carelessly cooked noodles by the window. Someone saw. Not your fault. Marcus comforts. Would have happened sooner or later. The 6 of us gather. The atmosphere is heavy. What do we do? David asks. Victor and his gang are clearly organized. We must fight back, Jake says through clenched teeth. Don't be rash. Marcus stops him. Head on, we'll lose. Need another way. What way? Marcus looks at me. Alex, what did you bring back from across? Some building materials and foam boards. Enough to make a raft? Everyone's stunned. Marcus, you mean. Prepare for the worst. Marcus's expression is grave. Victor won't stop here. Others will follow his lead after getting a taste. Rather than wait to die, go there. Marcus points out the window. I've observed. 2 kilometers north, there's high ground. The old city hall site. High elevation, probably not flooded. 2 kilometers, drifting 2 kilometers in floodwater. This plan is insanely desperate. Prepare first, Marcus decides. Best if we don't have to go, but if we must, that night we secretly start preparing. I handle designing the raft structure. Foam boards as base, empty water bottles for buoyancy, wooden planks as frame, rope for binding. Theoretically can carry 3 or 4 people. Jake and David handle collecting materials. Under cover of night, they sneak into apartments where people fled, find plenty of plastic bottles and lumber. Emily tears bedsheets into strips, can be used as rope. Ryan may lack strength, but he's smart, helps me calculate load capacity and balance. 3 a.m., first raft completed. Very crude, but it floats. Make 2 more, Marcus says. Better safe than sorry. Near dawn, suddenly screams come from the hallway. We rush out to look. See someone lying at the 2nd floor stairwell, a knife in the stomach, blood pooling on the floor. What happened? Fighting over food, the person says haltingly. Someone on the 3rd floor is dead. Before finishing, he dies. The hallway falls deathly silent. Everyone realizes things have completely spiraled out of control. Over a bite of food, people are killing now. Everyone go back. Victor's voice comes from downstairs. Anyone dares hoard supplies, this is what happens. I shudder. Not because of the dead, but because I suddenly understand why Victor is doing this. He's using fear to control everyone, turning the entire building into his kingdom. And those of us with supplies are his targets for elimination. We must leave tonight, back inside. Marcus says quietly, any later, and it'll be too late. Everyone nods. Rather than wait to be slaughtered, better to take our chances. Outside, rain intensifies again. Water level is approaching the 5th floor. The entire city is about to be swallowed, and humanity has already drowned. Day 5. Situation takes a sharp turn. Morning, I wake to a foul stench. Not ordinary stink, but that rot that makes you gag. I open the door. The hallway scene makes me gasp. Garbage and excrement everywhere. Without sewage, people use plastic bags, then toss them in the hallway. Flies buzzing everywhere. Maggots squirming in the filth. What's worse? Someone sick. Vomiting sounds from the 3rd floor. Then weak, groaning. I cover my nose and go down to look. See a middle-aged man curled at the stair landing. Face sallow, constantly vomiting yellow liquid. Next to him on the floor is a pool of foul-smelling excrement. Sir, what's wrong? He weakly lifts his head. Water. Give me water? I hesitate. Go back and get him a bottle of water. He grabs it and guzzles. Only takes 2 gulps before vomiting it back up. Definitely drank dirty water. Someone nearby says. Saw him yesterday cooking noodles with rainwater. Didn't even boil it. Pfft. Serves him right, another person spits. At a time like this, still not careful. Nobody helps him. All afraid of infection. I quickly leave too. In this environment, getting sick is a death sentence. Back on the 6th floor. Marcus is distributing medicine to everyone. I've got norfloxacin for diarrhea. He pulls out a blister pack. Ration it. 2 pills per person. I've got cold medicine and fever reducers. Emily also contributes. Keep them hidden, Marcus warns. Don't let anyone see or else. Before he finishes, knocking sounds outside. Open up. Neighborhood committee. There's a neighborhood committee now? Marcus signals us to hide the medicine, then goes to open the door. Victor stands outside. Next to him, a skinny guy with a red armband. Marcus, this is our newly formed self-rescue committee, Victor says with a smile. I'm the director, in charge of unified resource distribution. Self-appointed director. What do you want? Marcus asks coldly. Someone in the building is sick. Need medicine, the skinny guy says. Anyone with medicine must contribute. Unified distribution. We don't have medicine. Victor waves his hand. Several people try to push inside. Marcus blocks the doorway. Boss Victor, you're going too far. Too far. Victor sneers. This building's turning into a morgue. Without control, everyone dies. Cooperate if you know what's good for you. Otherwise. During the standoff, suddenly commotion from downstairs. Someone's dead. 3rd floor, someone's dead. Victor's face changes. Forgets the search. Hurries downstairs with his men. We follow down to look. See the sick man from earlier has died. The corpse remains curled up. Eyes wide open. Throw it out, someone shouts. Where? Out the window. But that's too. You want to keep it for the holidays. Wait to get infected? Amid the arguing, Victor speaks up. Take it to the roof. The roof, yes. It's ventilated up there, won't spread. He looks around. From now on, anyone who gets sick goes to the roof for quarantine. The crowd erupts. That's basically a death sentence. There's nothing on the roof. How can sick people survive? Victor glares. Stay in the hallway then? Want to die together? No one dares to object. 2 burly men lift the body toward the roof. As they pass, I see the dead person's fingernails are black. Vomit still clinging to the corners of their mouth. This is only the beginning. By afternoon, 3 more show symptoms. Vomiting, diarrhea, fever, classic acute gastroenteritis. It's the water, Emily says worriedly. The rainwater looks clean, but it's mixed with floodwater, full of bacteria. What do we do? David asks. Must boil it, filter it if possible. I've seen people drinking rainwater straight, washing wounds with it. That's asking for death, but knowing doesn't help. No fuel, no clean containers. Many are forced to drink it raw. By evening, 7 are sick. Victor organizes people to carry them all to the roof. Some resist, they're knocked out and dragged away. Please, I can still hold on, a woman begs through tears. For everyone's safety, isolation is necessary, Victor says coldly. As she's dragged away, I don't want to die. Save me. No one dares speak. Everyone knows what going to the roof means. No shelter, no care, waiting to die in the storm. Monster, Jake mutters through clenched teeth. Marcus stops him. Don't cause trouble. We leave tonight. After dark, faint moans drift from the roof. Rain drums on metal sheets, occasionally mixed with weak cries for help. Help, someone save me. So cold, so cold. Mom, I want to go home. Those voices float through the hallways like ghosts, making our skin crawl. Past midnight, the voices gradually fade. Don't know if they fell asleep or can't wait anymore. Marcus gathers us. We leave now. But it's still raining. Ryan worries. Can't wait. Marcus points downstairs. Haven't you noticed? The sick are all the elderly, weak, and those without food. Why? We exchange bewildered glances. Because they have nothing to eat. Only raw water garbage. Marcus lowers his voice. We have supplies. We're holding on for now. Victor won't let us keep them. Jake clenches his fists. He wouldn't dare. What wouldn't he dare? Marcus sneers. Make us sick. Send us to the roof. Perfectly justified. Then our supplies are his. Everyone understands now. Pack up. Take what you can. Marcus orders. Raft goes down first, then people. Fast and quiet. We move. The raft drops from the window on ropes, splashing loudly. Fortunately, the rain drowns out the noise. Women first, Marcus says. Emily clutches a backpack with medicine and some food. She's pale but climbs out the window bravely. Jake waits below. The two get on the first raft. The raft wobbles in the current, terrifying to watch. But it steadies. Next, then footsteps outside. Someone's there, Ryan says tensely. I press against the door. At least 3 or 4 people outside. This one. Saw them sneaking around earlier. Victor's men. Knock? Wait, listen. We don't dare breathe. Marcus gestures for David and Ryan to keep going. He grabs a metal rod, ready to fight. Seems empty. Pry it open. A crack. They're forcing the lock. Marcus yanks the door open, slams the rod into the first man's head. He screams and drops. Go! Marcus blocks the doorway. Everyone down. I grab my pack and leap out the window. Freezing floodwater engulfs me instantly. I choke on water before surfacing. David pulls me onto the raft. Ryan's already on the other raft. Where's Marcus? Right here. Marcus jumps from the window, blood on his arm. Hurry, they're coming! Victor's men lean out the window, flashlights sweeping wildly. They ran. Tell Victor! We paddle frantically. The raft lurches in the rapids. A wave nearly flips us. Hold steady, get down! Marcus shouts. Rain stings our faces. Can't see anything, just paddle by instinct. After drifting for who knows how long, the raft slams into something with a bang. A building. We've hit a building. By lightning flash, I see it's an office tower. Water only reaches the second floor. Should be safe above. Get up there, quick! We struggle through a second floor window. Collapse on the floor, gasping. We're alive. Everyone okay for now? Marcus checks on everyone. I think I have a fever, Ryan says weakly. By flashlight, we see his face is flushed, forehead drenched in sweat. We're done for. In this environment, a fever basically means medicine. Emily digs through the pack. Take the fever reducers, antibiotics, everything. Ryan trembles as he swallows the pills. Everyone falls silent. Escaped one hell, can't escape disease. Outside, rain keeps falling. This city is dying and we're barely clinging to life. Day 6. Ryan's fever breaks, but he's so weak he can barely stand. We settle into a conference room in this abandoned office tower. Some broken furniture, but at least it blocks wind and rain. Water's running out. David checks our supplies. Food's only good for 2 days. The rain has lightened, but the flood still rages. Looking out, the entire city is submerged in muddy brown water. We need to find supplies, Marcus says. Where? Jake asks. Marcus points. There's a shopping center over there. Tall building, upper floor should be dry. The center is about 500 meters away. In this flood, that's an impossible distance. The raft's done. I check it. Foam boards are loose, ropes fraying. Then we swim, Marcus says. 2 stay with Ryan. The rest come with me. Emily and David stay. Marcus, Jake, and I head out. The water's freezing. We're shivering after just a short swim. Worse are the floating objects. Plastic bags tangle legs, planks hit heads, and soft, squishy things brush against us. Don't want to think what they are. Halfway there, Jake screams. What happened? Something bit me, he thrashes. A dark shape flashes underwater. A dog! Marcus shouts. Swim! A large dog struggles in the water, starving, biting anything. Jake's calf is bitten. Blood streaming. We swim desperately to the center, climb through shattered glass doors. The first floor is completely flooded, escalators submerged. We brace against walls, climbing. The second floor is shocking. People everywhere. Refugees, really. Men, women, children, packed together. The air reeks of sweat, urine, and decay. As we enter, dozens of eyes lock onto us. New arrivals? A bald man approaches, a dragon tattooed on his arm. Just passing through, looking for food, Marcus says. Baldy sizes us up. Know the rules here? What rules? Newcomers pay protection. Baldy extends his hand. Food, supplies, whatever you got. Or else. 7 or 8 thugs rise behind him, weapons in hand. This again. Marcus is about to speak, but Jake snaps first. To hell with your protection. He swings, catches Baldy square. Get them! The scene erupts into chaos. Jake is originally a fitness enthusiast. When he goes hard, 2 go down fast, but they outnumber us. They quickly gain the upper hand. Then an authoritative voice rings out. The crowd parts. A man in his 50s emerges, square-faced, dignified. Boss George, Baldy instantly becomes respectful. George looks at us. New friends, don't take offense. Hard times, everyone struggling. He glares at Baldy. Apologize. Baldy mutters reluctantly. Sorry, let's talk upstairs. George gestures. We follow him to the 3rd floor. Cleaner here, fewer people. Sit. George points to a sofa. I'm George. Used to run a supermarket here. Where are you from? Marcus briefly explains. George nods. I know Victor. Ruthless. You're lucky to escape. You control the center? Hardly control. George smiles bitterly. People just chose me to manage. Over 300 here. Food, water, sanitation, all problems. Supplies? The supermarket's on the 4th floor. Some stock left, but 300 mouths won't last long. He stares out the window. If the rain doesn't stop, if rescue doesn't come, he doesn't finish. We all understand. You can stay, George says. But follow the rules, contribute labor. What labor? Gathering supplies, keeping order, and... He pauses. Disposing of bodies. Bodies? I notice now. Plenty of people, but few elderly or children. Disease, starvation, violence. George's voice is heavy. Every day. If we don't deal with them, there'll be plague. How do you deal with them? George points out the window. Throw them down. Simple, brutal, effective. We need medicine. Marcus says. One of us is hurt. Medicine's hard currency. George shakes his head. Unless what? There's a pharmacy on the 4th floor, but another gang controls it. George lowers his voice. Leaders called Scar. 20-some men. All desperados. Turf wars again. They don't listen to you? No one listens to anyone. George smiles bitterly. Just a temporary balance. They have the pharmacy, we have the supermarket. We stay out of each other's way. Can you negotiate? Negotiate? George sneers. Yesterday, someone traded a Rolex for 10 antibiotic pills. What do you have to trade? We exchange glances. We left in such a hurry. Besides a little food, we brought nothing valuable. There's a way. George looks at us. Help me with something. I'll give you medicine. What? There's a jewelry store on the 5th floor. Valuables there could trade for lots of supplies, but he hesitates. What about it? It's haunted, someone interjects. Several groups went up, none came back. Haunted, Marcus frowns. Don't know, George says. Some heard strange sounds, others saw shadows. Anyway, they never returned. Superstition. But in this environment, people would rather believe. We'll check it out, Marcus says. Really? George's eyes light up. I'll prepare the medicine. We check our gear. Each of us takes a metal rod and a flashlight. The 5th floor is quiet, eerily quiet. Stores line both sides of the corridor. Doors wide open, interiors ransacked. Looks like they've already been looted. The jewelry store is at the far end. Glass door intact. Strange, Jake says. Every other store's been smashed. Why is this one untouched? Definitely strange. I push. Locked. Pry it open, Marcus says. Jake works the rod a few times. The lock gives way. A foul stench hits us. We shine the flashlight inside. Bodies lie scattered on the floor. Been dead for days, decomposing. These are the ones who didn't come back. How'd they die? I crouch to check. No obvious injuries. Poisoned. Marcus points to the corner. A gas canister sits there, valve open. Someone did this on purpose. I get it. Lure people in, release the gas. Who would do something so sick? The moment I finish speaking, the door slams behind us. We turn. A small figure stands at the door. A woman, 30s, wearing a store clerk uniform. You're here to steal too. We're not. Before I can finish, the woman screams, holding up a lighter. You all deserve to die. Gas. She's going to ignite it. Don't do it. Marcus inches closer. Stay back, she shrieks. This is my store. Mine. So she's the owner. We're not thieves, I try to explain. Liars, all liars, she sobs. My husband went to find food. They beat him to death. My daughter starved to death. It's all your fault. All of you. She's lost it. Husband and daughter dead. She's completely insane. Calm down. We can help you. Help me. The woman laughs shrilly. Too late. All too late. We'll all die together. She clicks the lighter. Get down. Marcus lunges. He snatches the lighter away. The woman screams and bites. Jake restrains her. No. Why won't you let me die? Why? She collapses, sobbing. We shut off the gas canister. Open the windows to ventilate. What do we do? Jake asks. Take her downstairs, Marcus says. We support the woman down. She doesn't resist anymore, just keeps crying. George is surprised to see us return safely. Really haunted? Not haunted. I explain what happened. George sighs. Another poor soul. These times drive people mad. The medicine you promised? Here. He hands over a small bottle of antibiotics. Use them sparingly. We thank him and leave. Back on the 2nd floor, the woman is placed in a corner. Someone offers her water and food, but she refuses. Just sits there, vacant. Plenty like her. An old man nearby says, lost family, mental breakdown, insane. He makes a throat-slitting gesture. We take turns on watch that night. Around dawn, the woman suddenly stands, walks to the window. Don't. I try to stop her. Too late. She leaps, disappearing into the dark floodwater. Not even a splash. I stand frozen at the window, a hollow feeling inside. This is the apocalypse. Not drowning, not starving, but being killed by despair. At dawn, 2 more bodies are thrown from the building. An old man starved, a child dead from illness. The living have grown numb. Can't go on like this, Marcus says. We need to find a way to save ourselves. How? David says desperately. Water's everywhere. Where can we go? Build a boat. I suddenly say. Everyone looks at me. Plenty of materials here. We can build a big boat. I get more excited as I speak. Plastic barrels for buoyancy, planks for the hull. If it's sturdy enough, it could carry dozens. Where to? The high ground north, or just follow the current? We'll find dry land somewhere. Even slim hope is still hope. Let's do it. Jake is first to respond. I agree, Emily says. Better than waiting to die here. Marcus nods. Let's do it, but keep it secret. Can't let too many people know. Why? Look at the desperate eyes around us. Once they know there's a boat, they'll fight for it without thinking. Then no one gets out. When it comes to survival, humanity is worthless. Day 7. The boat building begins in secret. We find a remote storage room, start gathering materials. Plastic barrels, foam boxes, planks, rope. Anything usable, we haul over. This won't work. I sketch plans. Not enough buoyancy, too little weight capacity. What now? I remember something. Are there inflatable pools in the center? I think the sporting goods store has some. Emily says. Perfect. Inflatable boat base. Barrels tied around it for extra buoyancy. Planks on top. Theoretically holds 20. Everyone works with renewed energy. Hope in despair, however faint, is worth fighting for. But secrets don't keep. That afternoon, George finds us. Heard you're building a boat. Marcus stays silent. Relax. George smiles. I'm not here to stop you. I want in. 300 people. I can't save them all, he says bitterly. But some deserve a chance. You need manpower. I have people. Partners. Marcus considers. Fine. The boat holds 30 at most. Enough. George says. I'll pick the strong and healthy. The old, weak, sick. He doesn't finish, but the meaning is clear. A cruel choice. With more hands, progress speeds up, but trouble follows. Why do they get on the boat? We want to go too. It's not fair. The secret leaks. The crowd grows agitated. George stands on the steps. Small boat, too many people. Everyone can't go. Those who stay, I guarantee priority supplies. Bullshit! Supplies last how long? Exactly. Everyone wants to live. The scene grows chaotic. Suddenly, a brick flies from the crowd. Strikes George right in the forehead. Blood streams down. He's killed. Complete chaos. People start looting supplies, smashing stores. Some settle scores, others loot in the chaos. Protect the boat, Marcus shouts. We rush to the storage room. Too late. A mob is tearing the boat apart, grabbing materials. Stop! No one listens! Jake charges in, swinging his rod. They fight back. In the brawl, someone knocks over an oil drum. Fire! It spreads fast. Dry wood and plastic foam, all highly flammable. Thick smoke billows. Can't open our eyes. Run. People scatter. Trampling, shoving, screams everywhere. I pull Emily out, flames roaring behind us. We barely make it to the second floor, then realize someone's missing. Where's Ryan? Damn! He's still on the third floor. Ryan's weak, can't run fast. I rush back into the fire. Can't see anything in the smoke. Ryan, coughing. I'm here, following the voice. I find him. He's collapsed at the stairwell, half dead from smoke. I lift him and run, flames roaring behind. Finally out. We're both covered in soot. Thank you, Ryan says weakly. The fire grows. The entire center becomes a torch. People crowd the second floor, trapped. Fire above, water below. Jump, someone shouts desperately. Jump and die. Burn or drown, pick one. They've lost it. Everyone's lost it. People start jumping. 1, 2, like dumplings dropping. Don't jump. Someone grabs those about to leap. Current's too strong. Jump, and you're dead. Then what? Wait to burn. The smoke thickens. People collapse from suffocation. The roof. I suddenly remember. There's a water tank on the roof. A slim chance. Everyone swarms the stairs, shoving, trampling. More screams. We support each other, climbing with difficulty. The stairwell is full of smoke. Every step feels like hell. Finally, the roof. Over 100 people packed on the small rooftop. Below, flames rage, smoke billowing skyward. It's over. Completely over. David collapses to the ground. Boat's gone, supplies gone, even shelter gone. We're dead anyway. Might as well be quick. A man stands at the edge. He turns back with a tragic smile. This damned world. What's the point of living? He leaps. Like opening floodgates. One after another, people jump. Enough! Marcus roars. Everyone calm down. Calm? A woman screams hysterically. My child starved. My husband died of illness. Now I'm going to burn. You want me calm? She jumps too. Despair spreads like plague. Living needs a reason. Dying doesn't. Look, what's that? Emily suddenly points. Through the smoke, the faint sound of motors. Boats. Boats are coming. A rescue boat appears. Then a second, a third. Rescue. It's the rescue team. The rooftop erupts in sobs and cheers. Some kneel and kowtow. Others clutch their heads, weeping. Surviving the catastrophe. Here, we're here. People wave and shout frantically. The boats approach the center. Rescue workers call through megaphones. Stay calm. We're coming up. Rope ladders drop. Rescuers climb up. How many people? 1, 2, 3. George clutches the wound on his head. He's still alive. Evacuate in groups. Elderly and women first. Order miraculously returns. Just moments ago, they were killing each other. Now they queue obediently. Civilization revives in the face of hope. Our turn. You're together? A rescuer asks. Yes, Marcus says. The 6 of us board, sitting in the boat, watching the ruined center fade away. It feels like another lifetime. 7 days. Just 7 days. A modern city turned into hell. Where to? I ask the rescuer. Relief camp at the sports complex, he says. High ground there. Government organized relief. Government. How long since we heard that word? What about other areas? The rescuer pauses. Not good. This rain was too much. Half the province is flooded. It'll get better, right? Emily asks hopefully. It will, he says. The rain stopped. I notice now. It really has stopped. The clouds part slightly, revealing long-lost sunlight. The water sparkles like shattered gold. So beautiful it makes you want to cry. The boat weaves through ruins. I thought the worst was behind us. Until I saw the city's true face. Rubble everywhere. Towers collapsed like blocks. Cars piled high. Trees uprooted. Furniture floats on the water. And things I don't want to think about. Don't look, the rescuer says. But how can I not? This city where I lived for over 30 years is unrecognizable now. Familiar landmarks gone. The central square became a lake. The pedestrian street a river. My building materials market probably doesn't exist anymore. How many survivors? Marcus asks. Not sure. The rescuer shakes his head. Too scattered. Some in tall buildings, some on high ground. We save as many as we can. Passing an office tower, someone waves red fabric on the roof. Wait, the captain says through the radio. Mark the location, we'll come back. Get this group to safety first. It's not abandoning them. Seeing our confusion, the rescuer explains. Small boat, overload, and we capsize. Must go in batches. Cruel but rational. Another half hour of traveling. Water level drops. 3rd and 4th floors of some buildings emerge. Figures move in windows. Almost there. High ground appears in the distance. The city sports complex. But as we get closer, my heart sinks. The shore is packed with people. Crying, shouting for help, arguing, all blending together. Temporary tents stretch as far as the eye can see. So many people. Emily gasps. This is just a fraction, the rescuer says. Those who made it here are the lucky ones. The boat docks. Staff immediately come to register us. Name, age, original address. Any fever, diarrhea, vomiting symptoms? Get supplies over there. 1 portion per person, no fighting. Mechanical but efficient. We receive a bottle of water, 2 steamed buns, a pack of pickled vegetables. That's it? Jake frowns. Be grateful, the woman distributing supplies says. Tens of thousands of people. Having food at all is good. Indeed, looking around a sea of people. Men, women, old, young, clothes in tatters, eyes hollow, we find a spot to sit. The ground is damp, but no one cares. What now? David asks. No one answers. We survived. Then what? Home's gone, possessions gone, many have lost family too. It'll be okay. Emily tries to comfort us. The government will arrange things. But looking around, it's clear the government is overwhelmed. Such a massive disaster. So many refugees. It's a miracle it hasn't collapsed. After nightfall, things get worse. Not enough tents. Most sleep in the open. Temperature drops. Light rain starts. Squeeze together, everyone squeeze. Don't push, push again, and we're in the water. Who stole my blanket? Disputes escalate in the chaos. You outsiders took our space. Bullshit! Still dividing local and outsider in a disaster. Outsiders should be divided. This is our city. Regional conflicts erupt. Locals think outsiders are taking resources. Outsiders feel discriminated against. Shoving quickly becomes brawling. Stop. Everyone stop. Not enough people to maintain order. Chaos spreads like wildfire. Some steal. Others loot in the confusion. Guard your things, Marcus says alertly. But it's too late. David's bag is snatched. Everything he owned was inside. Forget it. I hold him back. Can't get it back. David slumps down, tears streaming. That was my wife's photo. The last one. Heartbreaking, but stories like this, there are thousands here. Past midnight, the unrest settles. Exhausted. Everyone's exhausted. I lean against Marcus, surrounded by crying, coughing, groaning. Can't sleep. Marcus, what kind of disaster is this? He smokes a cigarette butt he found. Heaven's angry, we suffer. Why? There's no why, he says bitterly. Like asking why the flood came, it just did. Regret it, he suddenly asks. What? If we hadn't escaped, would we have avoided all this suffering? I think. No regrets. At least we tried. Right? He flicks away the butt. As long as we're alive, there's hope. Hope. Such a luxury here. At dawn, the broadcast sounds. Attention, refugees. Breakfast distribution begins. Please queue orderly. Medical station in the east area. Patients seek treatment promptly. Missing person notices can be posted on bulletin boards. Order is slowly returning. We queue for an hour, receive thin porridge and pickles. So thin you can see your reflection, but it's warm. Be grateful, Marcus says. Think about a week ago. Who'd have thought hot porridge would be a blessing? Indeed. Drinking the porridge, I think of those who jumped, drowned, burned. They were so close to surviving, so close. Look, Emily points. A helicopter passes carrying a large net. Supplies inside. The crowd erupts. Supplies are coming, but the helicopter doesn't land. Flies farther away. Why not for us? They must have connections. Unfair. Complaints rise. Everyone knows supplies are limited. Must prioritize more critical areas. But knowing is one thing. Accepting is another. At noon, the sun comes out. Long lost sunlight, warm on our skin. Water level drops slowly. More of some buildings emerge, the water's receding, some cheer, but bigger problems follow. What the receding water reveals in the mud. The stench of corpses spreads. Must deal with them quickly. Medical staff get busy, otherwise there'll be plague. Afternoon, they recruit volunteers, healthy males to help with cleanup. There's compensation, extra food. All 6 of us sign up. The work is simple. Clear debris, move bodies, dirty, exhausting, dangerous. But for that extra food, everyone fights for the work. I'm assigned to the transport team. First time being so close to so many dead. My stomach churns. Finish vomiting, get to work, the team leader says expressionless. Clear this area today. Mechanically moving them. Don't think about who they were, their stories. Just numbers. 1, 2, 3. As the sun sets, I'm already numb. That's it for today, the leader says. Continue tomorrow. Get your compensation. 2 buns, a pack of pickles, a bottle of water, double the normal ration. Worth it, Jake says, biting into his bun. Is it worth it? That night I have nightmares. The corpses come alive, asking why I'm alive. I wake to find I'm not alone. Many are crying, screaming, talking in their sleep. The living are going through hell too. It'll get better. Emily whispers, unsure who she's comforting. Will it? Looking at the stars, for the first time they feel so distant, like the life we had, never coming back. Day 10. Miraculously, the rain stops completely. The sun hangs high. Water level drops visibly. Over a meter per day. At this rate, another week and it'll be gone, Marcus says. But no one feels happy. The receding water reveals devastation. Mud covers everything. Buildings collapsed, vehicles twisted, trees lying across, and most terrible, the broadcast recruits more volunteers. Cleanup must accelerate. The broadcast sounds several times a day. More and more sign up. Not for anything else. Just for that extra ration. I continue with the transport team. After these days, I've gotten used to it. Or rather, numb. Today we clear Central Hospital, the leader says. Prepare yourselves. Hospitals were hit hardest. Many Many ran there when it started. The result, pushing open the emergency hall doors. The stench nearly knocks us out. The scene inside, I never want to see anything like it again. Hold on. Even the leader is trembling. Rotate every hour. That hour feels like a century. Coming out, everyone vomits. Goddamn heaven. Someone breaks down crying. No one stops him because everyone's on the edge. At noon, an accident happens. A volunteer gets cut while moving bodies. The wound contacts sewage. 2 hours later, fever starts. Rush to medical station. But they can do little. Short on medicine, equipment, staff. By evening, he's dead. From now on, gloves and face coverings. The leader announces. Whoever doesn't listen takes their own risk. Gloves, masks, more precious than food. Wrap hands with cloth strips, tear clothes for face coverings. Marcus figures it out. Crude method, but better than nothing. Day 12. Good news finally comes. Higher up sent medical teams, more supplies. Sure enough, afternoon brings convoys. Military trucks, one after another. Distribution points increased to 10. Everyone can get basic necessities. The queue stretches endlessly, but orderly. Hope makes people civilized. We receive towels, soap, disinfectant, and a change of clothes. Finally can take a shower. Emily's moved to tears. Long lines form at the temporary shower stalls. Cold water, but no one cares. Washing off days of filth. Everyone feels lighter, like a dream, Jake says. Yeah, 10 days ago, who'd think a shower was a luxury? That night, bonfires light, some sing, some dance, joy of survival spreads through the crowd. We really survived, David murmurs. Yeah, Marcus lights a cigarette. Survived. But what now? Rebuild our homes. A voice comes through the broadcast. We will rebuild our homes. Rebuilding sounds easy. Look at the ruins around us. How long will that take? It will, Emily says firmly. As long as people are here, anything can be rebuilt. She's right. People alive means hope alive. Day 15. Water's mostly gone. The city's skeleton emerges. Scarred, but still standing. Population count begins. Registration, temporary housing arrangements. We're assigned to prefab units. 4 per room. Simple but sheltered. Better than hallways, David says contentedly. Indeed. Bed, blanket, roof. We're grateful. Ryan's health improves. He starts working too. Can't always depend on you guys, he says sheepishly. We're brothers. Jake pats his shoulder. Brothers. After facing death together, the word carries different weight. Day 20. The market starts recovering. First vendors with shoulder pulls, then temporary stalls. Prices are outrageous, but things are available. Eggs, fresh eggs, vegetables, greens, radishes. Civilization returns bit by bit. I use money from work to buy eggs, boil them, share with everyone. So good, Ryan tears up. Just a boiled egg. But for those who've been through hell, this is the taste of heaven. A month later, power partially returns. The moment lights come on, the entire camp erupts. There's power. There's power. People embrace and weep. Light is so precious. Watch the news. Someone turns on a TV. Images of other disaster-hit cities. So it's not just us, the whole province. Half the country going through the same suffering, but all rebuilding too. Central government allocates $100 billion for reconstruction. Supplies from everywhere flowing in. Post-disaster reconstruction in full swing. Hope spreading. 2 months later, I find work. Construction site. Moving bricks. Exhausting, but there's income. Back to the old trade, I smile bitterly. Not selling materials, but still construction-related. Marcus becomes a manager at the camp. Jake and Emily open a small restaurant. David repairs appliances for people. Ryan finds clerical work. Everyone's working hard to live. 3 months later, the temporary camp begins relocation. New residential areas completed. Those eligible can apply to move in. The 6 of us apply together, get assigned the same building. Simple housing, but on moving day. Looking at the empty room, Emily cries. Finally have a home. Yeah, we have a home. Standing on the balcony, we can see the new city being built in the distance. A new city growing from ruins. It'll be better than before, Marcus says. I believe it. Because only after experiencing the darkest moments do you know how precious light is. A year later, I reopen a building materials store. Right in the new district. Business is good. Everyone's rebuilding. Demand for materials is high. Marcus often visits, brings his new girlfriend. Jake and Emily's restaurant has expanded, hired several people. The young couple affectionate as ever. David found his lost son. Father and son depend on each other. Ryan passed the civil service exam, works in civil affairs. Everyone has new lives, but no one has forgotten that storm. Every time it rains, we tense up. Every weather forecast, we stock up a bit more. Trauma takes time to heal. Boss, how much for waterproofing materials? A customer asks. Which kind? I introduce skillfully. This one's the best. Absolutely waterproof. Really? Really? I say seriously. I guarantee it with my life. The customer laughs at my earnestness. He doesn't know I've really verified it with my life. Outside the window, the sun shines bright. Weather forecast says sunny for the next week. How wonderful!